Hello and welcome to Kickoff Commentary and day number 4 of our 32 teams in 32 days series. I'm sure many of you were expecting the Dallas Cowboys today, however, I will attempt to hold off on doing this video until the Elliott contract situation is done, in which case we will get the Cowboys video out there. I'm not changing divisions today because I want to, I'm doing it because I have to. Zeke, Dallas, whichever side, get the deal done, get Zeke in some pads for the Cowboys, so I can make our video and make our predictions for them. However, today we're going over to the AFC East from the NFC East, and our first team will be the Miami Dolphins. Last season, the Miami Dolphins were not great by any means, but they weren't the worst team I've ever seen in the NFL. 7-9, certainly not up to what they would hope. Cornerback Xavier Howard made the Pro Bowl, and he does return. However, the team made a lot of changes. New head coach Brian Flores, which I do think is a positive thing. However, when it comes to this team, I don't see just a ton of difference makers. They have players that I think are talented. I think Christian Wilkins is talented. I think Josh Rosen could certainly still be a very good quarterback. Has very many good football players, quite simply. No offense to some of those guys. Some of them could have breakout seasons, but there's just not a lot of guys out there that I think you can point to and say that guy is the absolute best. Xavier Howard could be that guy. I haven't watched enough Dolphins games to know 100% sure. I'm willing to be honest there. I like Minkah Fitzpatrick. I think he was a good draft pick for them last year. Rashad Jones is still a serviceable safety. With all that being said, let's get into the record. This might be the most aggressively unfair starting schedule I have ever seen an NFL team be handed. The Dolphins are not a great team. I don't think anyone is confused to think that so, but they are giving no favors by the schedule makers. Their first game is Baltimore at home, which I don't think they'll be winning. New England at home, the same. Traveling to Dallas, and then the Los Angeles Chargers at home. So 3 impossibly difficult home games, and then a very rough first road game against Dallas. I think they're 0-4 pretty easily heading into their bye week, just because I don't think that that's an easy schedule for any team. After that, they play another home game against the Redskins, and Washington isn't great, but I do think I have to go with the Redskins here, just because I'm not sold on the Dolphins. After that, they'd go to Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Division games, maybe Buffalo, but I honestly just don't really see it. Home against the Jets, the same. At Indianapolis, Andrew Luck and co., they looked really good last year. Home against the Bills, again, maybe just because of division games, but Buffalo has more positives in my opinion to this point. At Cleveland, the Browns are much better roster-wise this year. Philadelphia, the Eagles are a good team. I already predicted they'd win this game too. At Jets, again, the same thing. Week 15, I do think they do avoid the worst season possible. I do think they get a win here against the Giants to get to 1-13. After that, home against Cincinnati, another game that is a bit of a toss-up, so I think it is possible they could beat the Bengals, but I have to go with the Bengals here again. And then at Patriots, obviously I'm not going to pick against New England. 1-15 sounds incredibly harsh. I mean, and it is. Don't get me wrong. That's an incredibly harsh record prediction. But there's just nothing about this Dolphins team this season that inspires me, barring Josh Rosen turning it on and becoming a really great quarterback. There is a lot of room for movement there. The Redskins game could certainly be one that they pick up. They could win either, if not both, Bills games. Same with the Jets if the Jets collapse. I think they could beat Cincinnati. So there's, 1, 2, that's 4 or 5 wins they could pick up the other way. But I don't, barring, again, a miracle of some kind, I guess a Miami miracle, if you will, I can't see this team making the playoffs this season. Dolphins fans, if I'm missing something obvious about the team, please let me know down in the comments section. I have to say the Dolphins are not a team I have a great depth of knowledge on. I don't get to see them on television as often as I would like to. But that is my prediction. I hate to say it, but I think I'm going to predict 1-15 for the Miami Dolphins this season. This one I'm sure is going to be pretty controversial. So let me know down in the comments section why I am wrong about this. I would love to hear input from Dolphins fans or any other fans. Or if I'm right, let me know what you think so as well. This has been day 4 of 32 teams in 32 days, and tomorrow we will stay in the AFC East for day number 5. This has been Kickoff Commentary. I hope everyone has a wonderful day.